Hello and welcome back to the Minetrek.net game server. This will be an update for the Enterprise D build, as you can tell from the mini-map. Anyways, we did some mirroring all the way down through Deck 4. So let's take a real quick tour. We started a tour on the last episode, but it kind of ran long. I mean, really long. But I apologize for that. But this one will be a little bit quicker, at least, well, shorter, I hope. Anyways, we'll go ahead and just... We could take the turbolifts, but I'm still learning those. They're kind of complicated, and it's got to go all the way down to Deck 5, and in order to go all the way out to the outer ring of the Deck 4 or any other deck below us, I don't really want to get going on those just yet, because they are complicated. We'll walk along here. We've already toured Deck 1, which is the bridge in the last episode, and we did this deck as well. This is 1B. And we step down the little gangway here, the retractable gangway with its air pressure lock. We are on Deck 2, and we're going to go this way. Again, not a lot has happened as far as filling in details and stuff on these decks. Pretty much the same as they were in the last video. Most of my time has been spent working with the lower decks, mirroring them. I mirrored those this morning, by the way. Anyways, as you can see, that looks at that hangar. It is a big. This is Deck 3. This is the inside of Deck 3, completed now. This, as you can get, this is really, I love how this came together, this nice wide corridor. I might adopt 4 wide corridors in all my future builds because they're just so nice, but obviously you can't because corridors aren't, 12 meters wide. They might be 12 meters tall, but they ain't 12 meters wide. But yeah, we remember this in the last tour. I can tell you that given that it's been mirrored, this room is huge. It is really long. But you can come over here, except for the chunk loading area in the background there. It's loaded. We just can't see it because it's too far out for us. Minecraft. But now the hangar bay is all mirrored. There are still some minor details that have to be addressed with mirroring. Like, the numbering and the decals and things like that. And some doors are too wide when they should only be 1 wide, but we haven't decided yet as to whether or not we're going to keep them as 2 wide. And there are little bits and bobs and things like that, little errors and mistakes that I didn't catch when I was working on it, that we will catch in post and fix. But yeah, as you can see here, and this goes back up to Deck 1B. It's mistakes. I didn't fill in any of the the Jeffries tubes. None of the Jeffries tubes are filled in yet. Those will be done once we get a block update for our texture pack. No sense filling those in when things are going to get changed. Come back through here and got a single weight turbo lift here again. It's going down to Deck 3. Now, I guess this would be 3A. I would assume this is 3A. We will find out if it's 3A. But yes, it is definitely, or is this 3B? Yes, excuse me. The deck above us was 3A. This is 3B. We're on Deck 3B now. Really, it's Deck 4, but, Minecraft, Star Trek, go figure. Got a nice big lounge in here as we've seen before. Another nice big lounge over here. And come through here. I'm pretty sure maybe this was actually done in the last video, but corridor is now only 3 wide, 9 meters wide. Because this section was actually built out because it's different on both sides, or excuse me, the 2 sides are not identical, so obviously it had to be built before anything could be mirrored, and then it had to be put back into the ship once it was mirrored. But as you can see here, not a lot of the rooms are filled out yet. They will eventually get filled out. Things will be put in them, and things and stuffs. But some of the areas do have things in them. Again, the lounge. We'll go back down to the deck, and then I will show you the piece de la resistance, the hangar bay, in its total glory. Come through here, you can see it. Step down into the actual hangar bay proper, and look at the size of this hangar bay. Look at that. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off, and hopefully we won't end up with an issue with the camera break and my resource pack colliding with each other. But look at this. Look at the huge size of this hangar bay. It's massive. This is what we want to see on a Galaxy class. Now, mind you, if we had stuck to the plans to 100%, the hangar roof would be where that first black strip is. That would be the height of the actual hangar. And I hate to say it, Minecraft shuttles are taller than 5 blocks. So we had to go a little bit taller, and so if we went up 1 deck, we might as well go up 2 decks. So we went from here to there. It worked great. But unfortunately, with the way that the hull is designed, we had to come down in order to be level with the hangar door. So that gave us an entire extra deck to work with. Yeah, go figure. The 3D model is way off from the actual plans. Who'd have thunk that was? Seriously. We have ourselves a pink chalice. Actually, I think it's a panther. It's the Pink Panthers. Again, like the number 1 over here probably have to be changed to some other number. I'm not sure which. But as you can see here, look at the size of this hangar. It is just gargantuan. I mean, you don't really get it until you're standing on a runabout looking at it. That is a big hangar door. It does. It makes me... I just can't believe we pulled it off to this degree so fast. Well, 6.5 months into the process, and we finally got mirrored down to deck 4. Yay. Honestly, by this time when we were working on the Enterprise E, I think we were down to deck 8 or 9. Well, sections of decks 8 or 9, because I mirrored those in, I guess you would say, piecemeal quadrant style. Couldn't mirror the entire deck at one time because we were still working on them. But yeah, check it out. This is just beautiful work through here. Again, this is the mind of an iPanic using reference materials, but look at this. Huge space. Let's do a quick flyby, just all the way around, and you can just kind of get the scope of it. Parking bay, the cargo area, the bees and the shuttle parking, fueling, the forward parking bay with an open shuttle, a couple more work bees, the dome style concurving of the roof here. We're up to the front part of the bay. More shuttles. There's a double wide door which we're probably going to leave in because it's kind of cool. Come back around this side. Again, one of these emblems will have to be changed. That's something for the Mr. Panic to play with. More parking. Secondary cargo bay, another emblem that needs to be updated. Swing around here. We've got a whole bunch of work bees parked in through here. Another parking bay. And then we're back to the main hangar proper. Yeah, that's it. I mean, this is, that's not very big. You don't think until you step in here and look at it. It's huge. To think that all these blocks, I mean, most of them on this side anyways were 1 by 1 placed. That's a lot of blocks. That's a wearing out of a mouse. Let's go back in here real quick and see what we got going on in here. You got a little cargo area in here. Got a little alcove, which we haven't designated yet. A couple of little shuttles. Not really sure which type of shuttle they are or how you get into them, but they're here. We have a Jeffries tube around our centralized power conduit system. And beforehand, this right here used to go all the way back. I think in one of the videos I talked about, I just got rid of it and just put it through corridor here so that we can get to this bathroom and this turbo lift right here. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's go check out this cargo complex over here. That line you see in the center of my screen, that is the issue I get when I hit F1 and have Gamma Bright on. We'll just have to ignore that. It just is. What I eventually decided to do is I took the old... I think that actually has to be there. I'm not sure. That could be an artifacting of the mirroring. I didn't do that, so I don't know why that's there, so I'm going to leave it alone. I'm not going to touch it. But if we walk over here... Yeah, we got a lot of this stuff around here. I've noticed that these blocks here have appeared in a lot of areas. It's like somebody just went through and just started placing them down. I don't know if it's an issue with Wii, a corrupting issue with Wii or not, but yeah, it's these weren't here yesterday, and I've noticed them a lot around. As you can see them floating around the hangar here. It's got me kind of worried now. To come to think of it, Quite a few of them just been popping in, like errors and things like that. Um, I realize my spelling is atrocious. I apologize for that. I got a broken finger and I type with a broken finger. But yeah, that's I don't know if somebody just came through and did this or not, or just because this was not this way yesterday. And wow, it's really frustrating to find this. I noticed that all over the ship. I've been going through. I figured it was just me missing spots, but I know this area was cleaned yesterday and the day before, so everything in it should be fine. And I'm back. My niece wanted to pick my ear about something important. Usually means something to do with the cats. But yeah, I've been going through and I've been checking all this out, and these anomaly blocks here are really annoying. You can see they're all over them that shouldn't be here. So this has to be an issue with it. Honestly, it looks like a memory issue with the server, a random memory glitch with involving Wii, but I have no idea, to be honest with you, what's causing it. It's really alarming to see that. There's another one that just popped up, and there's another one. It's like they're just popping in without any reason for it. These may have already been here. I just didn't see them, but still, I'm gonna have to go back and look through the footage here, but I am pretty sure these are new. I'm getting kind of miffed about this. Let's take one more pass around the hangar here and see if we can find any more. Then we'll finish touring the deck here. And I promised this would be a short video, and obviously it's not. Yeah, it's kind of something. But anyways, we'll take a real quick tour around here one more time, a free spin, as you might call it, and see if we missed any over here, which I'm pretty sure I did. At some point, I know I must have missed something. There's one. There's that one. Inside of here, yep, there he is. I think there was one or two more over here I may have missed. See that one there should be a white one, so we have to go flip that one over. But anyways, this here I turned into an emergency EVA locker on that side of it. It used to be like a brown door. I just figured what the hey, turn it into an EVA locker and leave it as such. And zip on through over here. Fix that one spot and continue the tour. How's that sound? Yay for tours. It's kind of neat how he did that little cove in there. Right, find my spot where there it is. So anyways, now that deck 4 is completely mirrored, there's still a lot of areas that haven't been 100% filled in yet. We will take a look here real quick. Here's one of the cargo complexes, another one of those darn blocks. Looks pretty good, I gotta say. Same thing over here, nice big 2-story cargo complex. Then we come into the other area of the ship, and these I did do some tweaking on this. I'll show you guys on the deck above us here real quick here once we fly around here and you get a kind of a scope for it. It is huge. Another full-on size area there for cargo storage. Our good old, look at this, I did it. Put the cargo bay right here, or the cargo lift. I borrowed from the Excelsior build. Those guys designed something that was really cool, and I thought it was kind of neat to, honor those guys by putting it in the D build as well. Got a corridor here, a little, I guess, a maintenance room there, and go through here. We got a roof in here now. This fits in behind here when you did all this stuff for it, because we're actually, the deck below us is 6 tall, so it's actually going to have quite a lot of room for running pipes and stuff in, and additional power conduits. And I'll show you on the the image above that I did run a lot of power conduits through here above us and stuff like that. So routed a bunch of neat stuff there. Yeah, that is really frustrating, finding those all over the ship like that. Anyways, so here's the corridor, and what we'll do is we'll walk forward here, and you'll get the feel of it. There's another long expanse. And by the way, all of the escape pods are in for the deck above us and this deck as well, which is kind of neat. When we walk through here, hold a tricorder rather than a shovel. These are our science labs. Yeah, kind of neat, huh? You just feel like you're walking on the Enterprise, which is what we've been going for. You know, we wanted to go for that feel that you're actually on the Enterprise, which is important because everybody wanted to tour the Enterprise D when it first came out. I mean, it was very popular for free builders and things like that to try and map it out. And of course, Ed Wyfire did, and Rick Steinbach. Forgive me, I know I'm butchering his name. I always do it. But yeah, they're the only ones that did it. Now here we are making our own custom build based off of a combination of the Ed Wyfire and the Rick Steinbach plans, or Sternbach plans, along with a huge heaping of our own design. So I'd say it's about 40% Sternbach and 10% or 20%. Well, it'll end up being about 10% when we're done with it for the overall build. Whitefire, and then the rest will be Minetrek design. So, like all these rooms and stuff like that, these are all our designs and things like that. So, we get credit for all this stuff. Yes, this is a transporter relay system along with batteries. We're on the port side. These are the batteries. Again, I borrowed these batteries from, well, a version of these batteries are being used in the Excelsior build. I like them. They look neat, so I went ahead and copied them over. I just modified them slightly for use in this area. What we got? Yeah. Oh, okay, we did put stairs there. But yeah, you can check it out. This is an augmented auxiliary structural integrity field or counter mass system. These are forward arcing. In other words, this is a shield generator. It faces out this way for the ship, so it provides from the center to that side. Then another shield generator picks up and covers another portion of the hull, and another one picks up, covers another portion of the hull. So it's like part of the shield grid. Back here is structural integrity. Yes, we have SIF and structural integrity, all that stuff through here. It looks good, I think. Let's go ahead. Now again, the ship has been mirrored from deck 1 all the way down through deck 4 now. So if you get on the server, you'll be able to tour it and, you know, explore it. It's quite a big area. I mean, granted, we're nowhere near deck 10, which is huge. Deck 9 and deck 10 are just massive decks that make these decks look really small. And I've gone around this thing a couple of times now, just over and over and over again, just flying down the corridors like I'm doing right now, finding things and fixing things. Now, not all of this stuff here is in because I'm not sure on these cross corridors how to do it. So I just went around the outer edge. I think this is what Blue told me to do. Just go on the outer edge, you know, forward-facing wall, paint them black like this, so it kind of resembles the interior spaces of the Enterprise D. So that's what I did. I did put in some ship systems like these for lifeboats. When I could fit them in, I did so. Basically, as I was putting things together, I decided to go ahead and try them, see how many of them I could get fit in there. I also, as you can see here, these power conduits are routed to these rooms. This is a fabricator. One of the 4 fabricators on this deck, and then we have a massive replicator that will go in here. So quite a bit of work, actually. I spent a good couple of hours working on this last night, actually all night working on this because, you know, I can't sleep. But yeah, all these through here are all in now. And let's go ahead and get out of here real quick. And before I decide to wrap up this video, I'll show you if we can get to it. It's over here. For a minute there, I thought I was deleted. And I was like, no! Don't mind the windows. Still a work in progress. Here we go. Deck 4. Anyways, as you can see, Deck 4 has all this conduit routing to these areas here. This is like a machine shop fabricational area. I did put any machinery in it because I really wasn't sure what to put in there just yet. So I figured we could always pull it back out in a section and then build it and always put it back in. But I routed the power conduits all the way around. I did fill in all the roofs because again, this is a four tall ship, 4 tall corridor, excuse me, 4 tall deck. So I went ahead and just put the white cotton over the roofs of the crew quarters here, and then of course we'll half slab the underside of them when we get around to it. All this stuff through here. And when it came to the replicator areas, I just left them open because I really wasn't sure what we're going to do for a ceiling on those. I also added an additional shield generator and things back here. We get to it right here. So here's the aft quadrant shield generator for this deck, and I couldn't really find a spot to put one in the forward section, so I guess that one there is forward, and then maybe a deck above it might, because there's space on the deck above it that we haven't used, which would probably be this shield generator for right here, and then this one handles back here, and so on and so forth. They don't all have to be on the same deck. Now we look here, we don't see any of the errors. They're not listed. They're not here. You see any gray spots here? So definitely there's an issue with Wii corrupting. Not sure what's causing it, but obviously there's an issue. There's no gray spots on this hangar deck. So all those gray spots were definitely an issue caused by Wii. So, and that means, yeah, it was like a memory issue. So Wii must have been running out of memory, or is just corrupted in some ways. Something's causing it to get corrupted. So keep that in mind. In fact, I'm going to let the guys know now. Wii is, if I could spell, so people know. I'll explain it a little more in depth once I stop recording here, which I'm about to do. Anyways, I do appreciate you watching. Again, this is the Minetrek.net game server. If you'd like to come onto the server, please feel free to do so. If you would hit that like button for me, I'd greatly appreciate it. If you would also like to like us on our Facebook page, that would also be greatly appreciated. And please, by all means, if you feel up to donating to the server and have the means and the desire to do so, please do so. All money helps, keeps the server up and running. It is a solely owned server by M. Heller. She's out of pocket for operating the server and keeping it up to running standards, which means, you know, lots and lots of maintenance. And she does that out of her own free time and out of her own pocketbook. So if you all can help her out, it's greatly appreciated, because we'd like to keep the server up because we enjoy doing this. And lately we've been getting a lot of traffic over the server, and more so than before, which is pretty amazing. So, you know, help us keep the server up. Anyways, I do appreciate you watching, and again, thanks, and have a great day. Bye-bye.